Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. I am just thrilled to have you here with me today. So, if you are a new person, welcome in. If you are returning, welcome in. Okay, so please make sure that you are familiar with legal disclaimer. It is in the description box below. But by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. All right, so we're going to try to keep this reading kind of short and sweet. I ask as I call upon God's favor to give us the full armor of God for protection during our life's mission and work here on earth. I'm eternally grateful for your favor, Heavenly Source, and for your unfailing love. Please continue to protect us, block out anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. And I'm thankful for all of the miracles that you've created in my life and the miracles that you've created in others. Okay, let's tap in. So let's see what's coming up. Victim consciousness and the rebirth. You could be coming out of victim consciousness right now. You could be realizing that you're not a victim. Somebody was trying to do something to the home here is what I'm picking up on. You've been doing alchemy to alchemize this energy. And I feel like this person, it could be them and their family or tribe that's working against you. I'm also getting that yeah, this person doesn't have help from above. Okay. They're working with their family against yours. They also don't have healing energy. This is why they're attacking you, because they can't heal. How teachable are you? This person is not teachable. They don't learn things. Like you could try to teach them something, but they won't learn. They're addicted to some form of sexuality that they're abusing. Okay, I want to use the Twin Flame Awakened Path Tarot. Even though we don't really use tarot on this channel, I'm just going to see what messages come through that. And I'm going to keep this reading really short because I am kind of tired. So anyways, let's just tap in and get a very short message for you guys. Nine of Swords, the first thing that falls out. This person is suffering. They're having sleepless nights, anxiety and depression, breaking point, and negativity. This person is like suffering because you won't give in to their whatever it is that they're wanting from you. Absolute insanity. Absolute insanity from this person. This person could be very possessive of you as well, even though you may not even be talking to them. Six of Cups. This person has nostalgia with you, memories, past, and sentiment. So they're suffering because they're looking back on the good times, remembering that, and they're seeing that they're in bad times right now. The Hermit. You could have been in hermit mode. You could have had a self-realization and introspection, or you could be in solitude right now, and here comes this person trying to bother you. Nine of Pentacles. You're absolutely, excuse me, effortlessly successful. Okay. Achievement, independence, and self-sufficiency. So you don't need this person. And that's why they're trying to destroy you, so that you'll need them. Even if you needed this person, you would never accept them back in your life, and you would never accept them. 10 of Cups. You have happiness, family, harmony, and emotional stability coming in. This is beautiful energy. Eight of Swords, trapped and restricted, victimized and helpless. Remember how that victim consciousness was in the reverse? This person has tried to victimize you probably more times than I have fingers and toes. Okay. Trapped and restricted, victimized, helpless, powerless, and blinded. This person is powerless towards you when it comes to you. They could also have been the one that walked away from you as well. I think that's hilarious. Four of Pentacles, possessiveness, boundaries and limits, hoarding and holding insecurity. This person's trying to hold your energy away from you. They're also going to prison. Okay, they're getting locked up. See all the locks on that? They're getting locked up for this. Whatever they've been doing to you, they're getting locked up for it. Page of Wands, excitement and extrovert, energetic, fearless, and creative ideas. Yeah, you are pregnant with new positive ideas on how to change your life and how to become a better person. This person is stuck. You showed temperance when you could have showed rage and wrath to this person, and you had every right to. Okay, even though hurting, we don't hurt other people because we're hurt. That we need to stop that cycle. But I do understand that it happens still with people, and I'm not judging you in any type of way for that. If you harbor any negative feelings towards this person has nostalgic memories of you, and you look back in the past and you see a freaking nightmare. You see it as it actually was, while this person looks back in the past and just sees it that their life was good because you were in it, because they were able to steal everything from you or block you from everything. And then they were receiving. When you weren't receiving, they were receiving. Now you're using temperance with your anger. You could have taken this person's head clean off multiple times. You could have put them in their place multiple times. You could have told this person about themselves multiple times, but you didn't. But you could have. You could have exerted your power and your will and your force and your energy and your magic over this person, but you didn't. And that's why God's so proud of you, because you didn't give in to temptation. You didn't give into those lower vibrations, and you're not allowing these negative entities to feed off of you anymore. God wants you to know that you're being revered in the spiritual realm for this. Temperance, peace and tranquility, balance, patience, and harmony. Four of Cups, contemplation, feeling disconnected, discontent, and bored. This person only fucks with you and stalks you because they're bored. They have nothing other to do. They don't have a job. They don't have a spouse. This person's a loser. They don't have anything at all. And they're possessive over some shit that has nothing to do with them. That's not part of their life. They're being possessive over stuff that's insured to you. And they're in the Nine of Swords. They're up all night crying and blubbering over you. And literally, you haven't seen this person in years. Justice. You're getting justice because you use temperance. You are getting justice. What I say, this person is going to jail. For whatever they tried to do to you, they're going to some type of jail, whether it's spiritual or physical, it doesn't matter. Either way, they'll be locked up and preoccupied. They'll have a lot of time to contemplate on what the hell they were doing to you. This King of Cups energy, very beautiful vibration here. Wise and devoted, balance between head and heart. Okay, you are somebody that you could be a King of Cups, or you could be with a King of Cups, but you're somebody that's emotionally balanced and you create justice. You could also be a Libra, but you don't have to be. The Chariot, Cancer energy. You could be dealing with the Cancer. They're determined to have success over you, but I still see that it's your chariot that's moving forward. This person could be giving you migraines, or they could have tried to give you a migraine, or they are a headache in general. This person's energy is horrible. So I'm not going to be able to stay in it for long today. Just know that, again, I'm getting that projectile vomit feeling. The Moon, illusions and hidden confusion, and secrets, uncertainty. This person was doing it's this moon magic that's making me literally nauseated as all hell. Okay, so it's this moon magic that I am feeling and I'm picking up on. It's been creating illusions about you, and it's making me feel violently ill and extremely drained. So that's how this person in the Nine of Swords is feeling. Extremely ill and violently drained, because they're the ones that were performing these moon magic rituals. Seven of Pentacles, harvest and rewards, results and growth, progress, patience, planning, and focus. Yeah, this is about how you make money and what you can produce. Page of Pentacles, ambitious, diligent, goal-oriented, loyal, faithful, and planning. So basically, this person could have been planning with a Page of Pentacles. I don't feel like you're the Page of Pentacles. They wanted to have an impact on your harvest and your rewards so that you did not gain them. This person is not getting rewarded for their behavior. This person's in the Five of Swords, aggression and disputes, bullying and stress, conflict and arguments. They're fighting over you. They've got your name in your mouth constantly. They need to just stop and leave you alone. They're not going to, but they are going to leave you alone because they're most likely going to pass away from doing this moon magic. But yeah. High Priestess. That's because you are the High Priestess. You're the real High Priestess. Will the real High Priestess please stand up? Hidden knowledge, intuition, mysterious. You're also the Star. So you're the High Priestess and the Star. No wonder this freaking broke joke is after you. Hope and healing, inspiration and faith, positivity and wish. You're getting your wishes granted at this time. King of Swords, logical, analytical, emotionally detached, strict, and serious authority. You have an authority that's watching over you, that's making sure that you don't fall into the clutches of this enemy of yours. Knight of Wands energy, impulsive and immature, hot-tempered, rebellious, and charming. This is the energy that this person thinks that they are, but they're this in the reverse. They're not even that energy. They don't even really make it on the board as any type of energy when it comes, except for the Nine of Swords, the Six of Cups, the Eight of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups, the Moon. Like, that's all they're coming up as, really. Five of Pentacles, hardships and loss, isolation, abandonment, unemployment, and struggle. This person does not have a job. They want yours. You're not willing to give up your position for this person's bullshit, okay? I can tell you that much. And you're not going to be giving up your destiny to this fool that cannot complete it. Seven of Wands, defending yourself, protecting, and stand your ground against this person. Protect yourself from them. If you have to go to an authority figure and seek help, please do so, especially if you are being bullied, whether it's online or in person, you're being harassed, stalked, any of this type of stuff. Ace of Wands, creativity and passion, new initiative, inspiration. You are going to be inspired on a new way to defend yourself and to clean this person out of your energy. This is somebody from your past. Family, your Ten of Pentacles is in question. Family and legacy, inheritance, foundations, higher commitment. You have a Ten of Pentacles here already available to you. That's what this person wants to take. They're in the Five of Pentacles because you have a Ten of Pentacles. They want to be with you. They want to swap out destinies. It's a fuck no. Assertive and impatient, direct and daring, ambitious and motivated, okay? For every amount of part of you that they try to make lazy, you will step up. Three of Wands, looking ahead, confidence, growth, and foresight. You can see into the future that this person is not going to be following you anywhere that you go, that their journey is cut short. It's over and done. I don't think I need to say any more than that. You're cutting this person off, or you already have. And that's why you have this forward movement, the Chariot. It's why there is so much spell work that this person has done that I have to get out of this energy because I can't read it right now. It's just too much. It's just too much. And we are returning it back to the sender. Again, you and the Hermit have gone within and you found the answer to this fucking continual migraine and pain in the ass individual. We call judgment on their soul and their life. The fuck is wrong with them? All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. Please like this video. I know it was really short, but I'm just not feeling good. This tapping into this energy is just kind of bringing my frequency down. So I need to just go take care of myself and bring my frequency back up. But yeah, I return all negativity and all hate and everything like that back to the sender. Maybe we'll do some of the Panther Oracle while I'm here. I just want to see what comes out for you. It's going to be the same message, I'm sure, that I just said. That's why. But we'll see. Idea. Somebody had a bright idea to do something to you. This was a bad idea. They tried to curse you. This is being returned to sender. Like I said, that moon magic is done. Their hate, their catastrophe. They were trying to create evidence against you, to find evidence that they could use against you. This was a bad idea. There is no evidence. This person was protesting the fact that you're alive. They're extremely stubborn. This person wanted to sue you for some type of amount of money. As they're cursing you, they had a bright idea to curse you, to create false evidence against you, and then to protest your life. Then stubbornness. They're stubborn as an ox. They were being coached on how to indulge in your energy, your time, and your blessings. And they don't deserve that. They were trying to make a commitment to cursing you 24 hours a day out of the clock. They also were trying to mess with your memory so you would forget what this person's done to you, and so that you would allow them back into your life. And you're not going to do that. They're stupid. They're fucking stupid. You remember everything that this person did to you. That their magic, they don't got it like that. They ain't got no magic like that. Again, you're cared for by God. You're a beloved person. You're like a saint. You're ascended master. You're considered to be a divine being. This person was cursing the gift that God gave. They don't want you to have these spiritual abilities. It seriously bothers this person. They need to grow the fuck up and get over it. Just like they were a child and they couldn't do nothing about Susie or Bobby getting the toy that they wanted for Christmas. This person can't do anything about getting the gifts that they wanted. If they had these gifts, you know what they would do with them? They would curse everybody with these gifts. They would use these abilities and twist them up and make them perverted and fucking evil. And then they would use that on people. You're getting good news. You're getting good news about this situation. You're living and learning from this lesson, from this ritual, this rite that they were doing that's got them freaking overloaded. They were trying to cause you to have an accident. They accidentally cursed themselves trying to curse you. And they were bribing people as well. I rebuke the energy that is messing with my throat chakra, and I rebuke all other energy, and I return it back to the sender. I need to be able to do my job, to read the energy, but not be consumed by it. This person's a fucking thief and a liar and a cheat and a moron and an idiot and a loser and a punk and a bitch and a pussy and a coward. Yeah, they got some type of horrible strategy. They think they're going to play some fucking like higher dimensional chess on you. Bitch, please. This person is not shit. They ain't shit. They're nothing. You are the blessing. This person had a strategy of how they were going to disturb your blessings, disturb your chi, and steal from you. And God has an idea of how to do this to them. You have an alliance with the spiritual realm, and you are aligned with this blessing, and it will not be taken from you. Whoever has this intention for you that wants to play you like a marionette, they will be the one that is puppeted. They're experiencing a major loss right now, like how it said they were in the Nine of Swords. They're crying. They're up all night in bed, all this stupid shit. This person's violently ill because they fucked around and found out. God told them many times to leave you alone, to stop trying to fucking curse you. And now God has literally put this energy back on them, and they are being cursed. And this is right now, this moment. You made a vow to the Most High God, and the Most High God is honoring it. You're saving your money. You're not spending it. You're not being like frivolous with your money. So whatever these people are trying to say about you in a court of law, trying to sue you or protest that you don't get an inheritance, you are getting this blessing no matter the fuck what. It doesn't matter if you have mental issues. Doesn't matter if you're unstable. It doesn't matter if you have emotional issues. Doesn't even matter if you're a drug addict or a substance abuser. It doesn't even matter. Like, this person's trying to protest like it matters that you have any type of condition. The fuck, it doesn't matter. This is about money. It doesn't matter what position you're in. This money was left to you, or it goes to you, and that's the end of it. That's somebody's will and testament. That's the commitment that an ancestor or somebody made to you. That in a contract, a binding contract, that whatever this is, this goes to you. Okay. It doesn't matter if you're sick, if you're dying, if you're not, if you're happy. Like, I'm just telling you, whatever condition you're in, it doesn't matter in a court of law. They're not going to not give you your money because you take medication for something. Like, I don't know what the fuck this person's on, but they're on some straight up crooked ass retarded shit, trying to pull this into court and trying to use people in the justice system by bribing them to stale. And this person has tried to keep mail away from you. That was on my other platform. But yeah, again, this person has fucked with everything in your life, and now they're suffering greatly. And there's never not going to be anybody that can save this person from what God is about to do to them. You're over here remaining calm while this person is stealing from you and trying to play you like a puppet, trying to fuck up your blessings, trying to disconnect you from the Most High God. This person literally thinks because you say swear words that God doesn't love you. Delusional ass fuck. But yet this person believes that God loves them, and they're doing curses and fucking hexes and all sorts of voodoo on you. The hell? God doesn't like shit like that. God don't like ugly. God don't like stupid, and God don't like evil. You have good luck coming your way, and this person can sense it, and they want it so bad, and they want to steal it, and there's no way that they can do this. There's no ritual. There's no moon magic. There's fucking nothing. There's literally nothing they could do with anybody else to take this gift away from you. This is something that God is giving to you, and God's giving it to you because you love yourself. This self-love is what will get you to, this is what will bring you to persevere through every hurdle that they throw in front of you, whether it's missing mail, missing this, missing that, and shut the fuck up. I'm so goddamn tired of this person's energy. They could literally burn in hell for the rest of eternity, and I would never even allow them to be judged. I would just keep them in fucking limbo because that's what they're trying to do to you. This person deserves a taste of their own medicine, and they literally curse themselves by trying to curse you. This was a horrible idea. I don't know whose stupid idea this was with the first card here. This was a horrible idea. This was a horrible idea. Trying to fuck with a child of God. This was a stupid idea. Just straight up retarded from the very beginning. And I don't know if this person's mentally retarded or what the hell's going on with this, but they don't believe that God has the like, look at this. Justice just fell on the ground. This person was trying to obstruct justice, trying to stop you from getting justice and equality in your life. That's an absolute fuck no. It's over. You're over here merit making, and that's why you're protected, because you're doing good. You're imagining a better future, and you're actually taking steps towards that. This person is afraid that that justice is going to be sought against them for this curse, and they're going to be put in prison because it's illegal to try to take somebody's life with witchcraft, and it is illegal to curse people, and it's also illegal to get other people to curse other people. So again, it's all illegal shit. They're being watched by the justice system and by the justice angels, and pretty much Archangel Michael's already been dispatched to beat this person into oblivion. So literally smash, Hulk smash, 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 just how he fucking throws Loki back and forth like that. Fucking, or maybe it was Thor, I don't remember. But anyways, one of them. It's going to be like that Hulk smash energy, because that's what this person was trying to do to you. So it's literally just their shit is returned back to them, and now they're getting caught up for stealing whatever this gift is, for trying to steal it. They're caught up. They wanted to steal your sweet dreams. Absolutely not. They're protected by Morpheus. This person will not have access to your dreams when you're awake or when you're asleep. They're cut the fuck off, is what it is. You originate from the Most High God. That this is what these people cannot change about you. This indulgement, they keep bribing people. Nobody wants their fucking bribes in the justice system anymore. And whoever they bribe to fuck with your mail, they're up under judgment right now. They're very afraid that they're going to get pulled in because the feds are watching. The feds are watching me, they're watching you, and they're watching this person. Okay? The NSA and some other type of scary ass other groups that I wouldn't want watching me are definitely watching this person. They tried to trap you. Okay, they tried to trap you. They wanted to be a third wheel to your relationship, or they wanted you to be stuck in your pride and ego so that you would miss this blessing. Even if you were stuck in your pride and ego, God would still give you this blessing just because this person tried to block it. You're over here doing relaxation, nurturing yourself, growing and loving. You're gaining momentum, gaining success, gaining access. You're getting the keys to the kingdom, all of that. You're going on an adventure. Like I said, you're reaching new heights. This person's lonely without you. We don't fucking care. They need to go away forever. You are going to have triumphant success against this person. They're not going to be able to do anything. You have eternal love promised to you from the Creator. That means a loving afterlife. That means you have eternal life promised to you. That is your fate and destiny. There is no amount of spiritual libations that could be made or offerings that could be given to the demonic realm that will ever change the fact that your profession is your profession. This person is fucking furious that you get to do whatever you do so well and that you get to make money at it. They're in major conflict. They wanted to bring this conflict to you, and now it's their fate that's in question. They've literally given up on their own fate to try to destroy yours, and you have eternal love. This person will be imprisoned, whether it's spiritually or physically. I don't personally care. Either or is fine with me. And trust me, that physical prison, that spiritual prison, I mean, will hit you much harder than a physical prison. That spiritual prison could be you being put in a coma, or you being paralyzed, or you being given a stroke. Okay. That's the type of shit that I'm talking about. You will not have free will in the future to do this shit to nobody the fuck else. And if these people obstruct justice with you and allow this justice to be obstructed, they will go into a prison cell made by God. That's just the same. This person was always wearing a mask. Okay. They wear a mask with everybody, and they're a freaking liar. They wanted your marriage or wanted your marriage proposal, and they didn't want you to get married. You're A-okay. This person had a schedule and a plan to do shit to you. They were trying to blind you so you couldn't see this trap, this confinement, this restriction coming, so you couldn't see your own death approaching. This person will literally be waking up with heart palpitations in the middle of the night. They'll be the one having a heart attack. They've tried to do this heart attack on you multiple times, and they tried to attach dark archangels to do it. And those dark archangels are not willing to do this any longer for this person. They want you to compromise now. Why would you compromise with a fucking terrorist? Absolutely not. They want some apology from you. You're not going to apologize. You never did anything to this person other than be yourself, and you're not going to apologize for being yourself. They need to apologize to you, but they're not going to, because they're ignorant as fuck. They're always daydreaming on how they can affect your energy. They want you to hesitate when good things come in so you miss your blessings. They want you to stop doing this merit making. They are completely stressed out right now, and they're fucking homeless. They're about to be homeless, or well, prison is a home. They could go to that. You're ready for this person no matter what they want to bring to you. You're absolutely ready for this shit. This could be some jealousy about real estate. This person could have been trying to attack where you live at because they don't want you to have a home. And they're the ones that are homeless. They're trying to literally alchemize your energy in a way that would benefit them. And God is telling this person that they need to stop. God is saying to this person that they need to stop. Okay, so I'm getting ready to shut this reading down. But if you have a question, go ahead and ask it, and then I'll kind of address it. But yeah, this person that you're dealing with was messing with your mail. They were messing with your emails. They were hacking into somebody's phone. They want all of these insane things. They want to compromise. They want you to step out of your character, out of yourself to accommodate them, which is absolutely insane. Why would you ever do that? This is your fate. This eternal love that God has promised you, eternity, that's, you know what? I was just doing a twin flame love reading. This eternal love that God promised you that's part of your fate and destiny. You had somebody here that was trying to block a marriage or trying to block a relationship or trying to block somebody from coming in. And I can already pick up on an emperor energy that is trying to come into your energy. But as long as you have this other person in your life, they're going to continue to block you from having anything good. Reservation. Literally, you have a reservation in heaven, and this person is making a reservation in hell. I do feel like this is somebody that lives outside of their means, and they try to act like they're better than you. Excuse me. This person could be of another skin color or something like that. This could be somebody that's like thinks that they have pretty privilege or they're entitled to something. Because they're unwilling to apologize to you, which is insane. And then this person's also extremely ill. That's why I was like saying that I have to shut the reading down, because this person's energy is so sickening that a few minutes ago, I almost fucking puked everywhere. Like, it was just so bad. This person's energy is so bad. It's because they've caught some type of illness. and they're homeless right now. That's why they're contacting you. They want money. This person wants money and they want a place to stay. This person could have been a friend to you. You could have considered them to be a friend, and they're over here trying to blind you and steal your destiny because they came up with some bright idea. What I'm getting is that you decided to say no to this person, and this person doesn't understand the word no. They only understand that as, oh, I need to do more. And that's definitely not the case. Yeah, this person had a very negative goal they were trying to reach about you, and it's not happening. They were bullying you. Even though they were being a friend, like acting like a friend, they were literally bullying you in the spirit behind the scenes. I'm also picking up on somebody's friend that wants to take their man. This could be somebody that you've already been with, but I'm getting that it's not just that. This person wants any man that you're with. This person's very strange. Disturbance. They were trying to create some type of supernatural disturbance. Yeah, you can ask a question. I am getting ready to close this reading, but I will answer a couple questions before I go. So yeah, just knowing that you have somebody that is doing this, they're making a collaboration to bring about some type of disturbance. Just know that this person is sick. They've caught some type of STD, whatever this is. Okay, they want to get back into your energy because they know that if they can't get your pure good, where is it? The merit making energy, if they can't siphon that from you or steal that from you, this person knows that they're going to jail. And so they're going to either spiritual jail or physical jail or both, Okay. Yeah. Is it some type of nursing exam or something? I get that you are going to pass it. And I'm also getting that even if you didn't pass it the first time, that you could still take it again. It is nursing. Yeah, I do feel like you're going to pass it. Keep studying what you're studying and make up like basically a bunch of notes, right? You will get your MBBS exams. Yeah. Well, what I asked is if you will pass on the 4th. I do get that you will pass. But not to worry about it to the point where you're stressing yourself out, because I know that those exams could be very stressful, but what I'm getting is that in whatever these packets are that you have, a lot of the questions that will be in the exam will be from these packets. So I feel like there'll be something that you've seen before and are a little bit like familiar with. And so it may not be as bad as you're thinking. Some of the questions may be there to trick you, but I feel like even those, you've had another example of that type of question that's already like, I don't know what these packets are, but they're packets of paper, right? That you're studying on. Okay, that's what I'm literally seeing is that whatever the teacher gives you that says, okay, this is for sure going to be in the exam, know that those packets or that information or those papers or whatever that is, when they say that will be on the exam. Everybody's going to get different, like not everybody in the class, but basically you get different exams. Like different people will get different versions of the same test, if that makes sense. Really? Wow. Wow. That's wild. Yeah. So Heavenly, that is so cute. That is such a cute name. What I picked up on was that you have an emperor energy that's trying to come into your energy, but you also have a friend who, I don't know if they want you to be single or what this is, but they don't want this person coming into your energy. And if you've just split from somebody, there's an energy there too, that this person, this feminine energy wants every person that you date, is what I was picking up on, that's not normal. This person could say, oh my gosh, I'm so jealous. She could literally say that shit. You are ignoring her. Okay, good. Yeah, that's going to be the best thing to do, is to ignore her. but know that she is a vampire. She is trying to steal this marriage. It's like a marriage that I see that's going to be coming in for you. So I don't know if you've been single or if you've been having a hard time with love, but it's because this person is basically everything you're working on with yourself. This other person is working on counter against you. They also were trying to get into your dreams. They want to change the way that you feel about them. This person also may be wanting to compete with your profession. So I don't know what you do for a living, but this person's getting weirder by the second. Yeah, you're a sweetheart. You see this? This is something it's written into a divine contract that you have to meet with a twin flame. So I don't know if you separated from one twin flame and now you're like in a transition period, but I feel like the next one that comes in is going to be the higher twin flame. Okay. Yeah. That's exactly the energy that I was picking up, is that I think that she's sleeping with your boyfriends. That's exactly what I was picking up. So if somebody else also felt that, then literally, yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, revise your notes. Yes, the mock test. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's going to be a lot of questions that are either that exact question or they're going to be something that's exactly like that question. So those are the ones that you want to study. And I've always found that studying, like, people will stay up all night studying tests, but I have found that it's the most effective when I get everything together, what I need to study, and I study that right before I go take the test. That way it's right in my mind. So if you're taking the test in the afternoon, get up really early and study all day. That way, when you go to take a test, everything was just in your mind and you'll be able to recognize things much sooner. Like, oh, okay, this one was on the mock test. And I don't get that there's going to be a lot of things that you can't. I think you'll be able to use a calculator. There's going to be things that you may need to calculate, but there's examples of these things in the mock test. So you'll be able to do that. Yeah, this person is living in a nightmare since you said no to them, but you're basically said no to their betrayal. Oh, you're not allowed to have a calculator? Gosh, see, that would be an issue for me. Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. That's crazy. Well, hopefully you don't have to calculate huge numbers, but not having a calculator, that's crazy. It's like having to do everything by hand. I guess they want you to know that in case there is no calculators. Yeah, do everything by hand. Yeah, and I feel like these tests are generally pretty hard, but you don't have a lot of confidence in your test taking skills. Yeah, calculate long calculations. That's exactly what I was saying. So I would work on confidence in, start saying affirmations that I have passed the test. Put it into. Oh, okay. It connected again. I don't know why the chat disconnected, but put your affirmations of passing this test into your daily affirmations and start using that in the mirror. Like, I have passed the test. Get in the energy of that. Yes. No, you're totally good. I'm kind of just jumping between you guys, between the two of you, answering what you guys were talking about. So this sweetheart energy, you are very fertile right now. Heavenly, very fertile. So I also feel like you are you're giving birth to a new version of yourself or a new version of the world. I'm also getting, this is person's holding one of those baby scams. Not scams. I'm sorry, baby scan. I don't know why baby scam came out. That was so weird. But when they basically they do a scan on the belly and you see the baby, you are an absolute sweetheart. I feel like yeah, you're very fertile at this time. Everything that you plant will grow. This person was trying to bring a natural disaster to you. That's not going to happen. I feel like this person's even close to you. I mean, they're not around you, but they live in the same state or something like that, possibly. If they brought this is why this person's so stupid. If they were trying to bring these natural disasters to you, it would happen to them. This friend that you are dealing with is somebody that's a destiny swapper, and they want to steal your blessings, basically, is what it is. Yeah, that totally makes sense. I know taking tests are not, just to answer that, taking tests are not fun, right? But practice the calculations, okay? And start saying affirmations that I pass every test that I take, pass. Start saying that, because you want to start programming your brain to think differently about taking tests, and it will change your experience so much. Literally. Yeah, this person, okay. This person was also hooked on the fact that you were always giving to them. Now they're basically going through some type of withdrawal because you're rejecting them and ignoring their energy, which is not allowing them to get what they want. But yeah, um, this next person that comes in is going to be actually loyal to you, Heavenly. They're going to be loyal to you. Yeah, just gave up and became a different person. That's because she was trying to become you. She gave up on her. This person, what you're learning, Heavenly, is that this person literally gave up on their own destiny. They had a bright idea here to mess with your fate, and they decided that they were just going to be you. And that's insane. That's obviously not possible. It is not, you can't steal. When blessings come from God, you can't, no human can take those away from somebody. You know, we see that with Jesus. They tried to take Jesus's life, and God was like, no, I gave Jesus that life. Not you. You know what I mean? Anything that the world gives, the world can take away. But what God gives, these spiritual gifts and abilities, and also using your intuition when you're taking a test, and using your intuition, you guys should be using either muscle testing or a pendulum, or any type of way you can ask yes and no questions from your higher self and get an answer back. Literally, I got through school as a child by using my abilities, going, yes, is it A, B, C, or D? I didn't understand any of the shit in school. I'm not even kidding. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, she's definitely got some devil energy with her. Yeah, she feels like she knows you, but okay, she has a version of you in her head, and that's not real. That's you're much stronger. Like, this person thinks that you're weak and that you're so kind that you're just gonna allow them to walk all over you. No, you're not. You're absolute, like, you are a kind person. You're very kind. And you're even kind to the people who are not kind to you. But that doesn't mean that you're willing to just let somebody have your destiny and your boyfriend and your car and your clothes, everything. I mean, this person wants to steal everything about you and wear it as their own, because they're having some type of identity crisis. They've got this influence of this devil energy that works through this person quite often, and basically sees you as a light worker. And so this demon's like, how can I manipulate this woman to do something against this light worker? That's all that energy is thinking about. So I feel like, if there was infidelity and cheating in the past with a relationship, and I am feeling that, okay, that there's a bit of that, that was also that devil energy. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely got tired of that friendship because she was draining all of the stuff that was supposed to be coming to you. She was attempting to drain this. Again, you still got your blessings. Like, it's actually a blessing that she did this to you, because it exposes that person as not being a true person. But this next person is going to be so loyal to you and so right for you that this person, this other friend of yours, would want to come in and try to steal that, and it's a setup. Yeah, it's a setup. It's basically like, when this new person comes in, and it's going to be within probably the next 3 months that you meet this person. You may meet them online, or you may meet them and then you may connect with them online. It could be something like that, either way. But this person will be like, make sure they're blocked on all social media, because they're going to be looking for you. They come and they frequently try to look look at you on social media, and then they try to pull cards on you and shit. They practice weird shit. And this person also has a Ouija board, and they're possessed from that, using that. But they're asking questions about your future, and they're getting answers back, and they're not getting the full, God's not going to allow them to get the full scope on you or scoop on you, because basically it's your Akashic records. Yes, she is the type that would go to your family and look for you, and definitely like drill your family members and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I see you studying underneath a tree. It may help you to go get grounded, connect with nature, and take all of your study material to like a park. Yeah, just be aware of this person, because yeah, block them, and you don't have to tell anybody why you're blocking them. I think people feel very entitled to always knowing stuff, and really, like, this person, you're pulling your energy and your power back to you, and so all of your power is leaving this person. They're gonna try to contact you by the phone. They're gonna try to contact you on the internet. They're probably even gonna create fake profiles and stalk you. This person's not going to let go of your energy, heavenly. Like, and that's crazy. But the thing is that you can still cleanse them out. You can pray against them, and not treat them as prey, but pray, God, please protect me from this person. God already knows what this person's doing. God just wants you to be like, okay, I'm ready for your help, and ask for it. The archangels don't like this person, and archangels generally almost like everybody. So for me to see this person must be doing something very foul. Yeah, you could be kind of introverted, and that's another reason why when you cut this person off, you don't have to tell them why you're cutting them off. You don't have to say, I know you slept with my boyfriend. I know that you lied to me. I know that you tried to steal my destiny. I know that you do this weird shit behind doors. I know that you say you're of the light, but you act dark as hell. I know that you're a liar. This person will go to your family members and try to manipulate your family members to give them information about you, because they need something current to go do witchcraft on. So just tell your family members that if this specific person comes looking for you or calling for you or asking about you, to not give out any of your information, like any of it. Just say, Mom, just lie to them, or just tell them that you're not allowed to say. This person will get the hint, because you're being given aid from the universe. You're getting helped out of this hole that this person was trying to place you in. And God made you a promise, and a promise about your family, that you're going to have this family. If you don't have children now, you're going to have them. Like I was saying, very fertile energy. Whatever you plant will grow. This is your this is your season, heavenly. Like, absolutely your guys' season. What you plant will grow. And not only that, you're going to be leveling up in your profession as well. You do have 2 kids. So yeah, this person wanted to steal the destinies of your children, because just like you're a starseed, your children are also starseeds. Your children are probably even more powerful than you are. This is why it is so evil to do destiny swap magic. It just is deserving of a special place in hell for these people, because trying to attack a person's life like this in every type of way is really, really, really mean. And then on top of that, trying to attack their children, that's just evil. And I get that your children, so again, this person may question your children or try to connect with your children online. Just be aware of them. Be aware of this person. Yeah, she wants you away from, yes, she absolutely. Oh my God, this is somebody that wants to steal your children. That's so insanely crazy. And they may even try to call child support services on you when you cut them off. Yeah. It was always about going out. That's insane. Yeah, she always wants to go out and drink and party, and that's what, it's not healthy. Like, you're at the age now where you just are, hi, welcome in, Danielle. You're just kind of like getting to know yourself right now, and you're getting to know that, you don't like going to work hungover. You don't like having to take care of your kids hungover. This other person has no responsibilities. And so really they're overstepping. Oh, welcome from Rhode Island. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. See, that is very, very weird behavior. When she saw him out, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. So yeah, just make sure that you just are very, you don't have to tell them why you're cutting them off, but if they do confront you, if this person confronts you, just say, I'm trying to figure myself out, I'm being an introvert. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, she was acting like you. Yeah, that's because she's trying to steal your je ne sais quoi, your essence, your energetic signature. And she wants this because she wants to plug it into the matrix and then order whatever she wants, like a boyfriend like yours. This person feels like because they're friends with you, they need to have everything that you have or something equivalent to that. But your guys' destinies are completely different. Like I said, you're fulfilling your destiny and living in your purpose. You're being a mother, you're helping others, and you're doing your light work, right? Yes, you can ask a question, Danielle. Just go ahead and type it in. You're doing your light work. This person is like, and I'm not dissing her for having any abortions or anything like that, but it was in her divine contract to be a mother 3 times, and she denied that. And so, like that's her rejecting her own destiny and then trying to take yours, but she wants to off the kids and get rid of them. That's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, you've got some type of spirit, Asta 26. You've got some type of spirit that's in your family home. Um, and what this is doing is, wow, it's so funny that you just asked about marriage. What this is doing is it's just causing turmoil. I feel like somebody came into your home and they had something on them. So you may want to just pray over your home. You do feel it. Yeah, pray over your guys' houses because you've got all 3 of you in the chat have got somebody that had a really bright idea of how they were going to steal everything that you have, even though that's not possible. Mm. Well, what I'm picking up on, Danielle, is that your grandmother has a spirit around her. That's yes, your grandmother is there, but she also is being, it's kind of like when she died, some entity took her, right? And didn't take her to the afterlife. So she is coming to you. So we're going to just disconnect that energy. Actually, I'm going to just pray for all of your all's homes right now. Yeah, because what I'm getting is that Ash the 26, your family issues are around the fact that you are an empath, which means you're picking up, you dream of the demon sometimes. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's definitely trying to get into your dream state. It wants your spiritual downloads and it doesn't want you to receive those. But yeah, you've got an energy. It's like an energy going on that somebody has picked up and then they brought into the house. And because everybody in the house is a family, genetically, you guys share the same genetic ability, which is being an empath, which means this is why you want to be a nurse. You know how it feels to be hurt intimately, like you can feel other people's pain like it's your own. And so, um, whatever this energy that's brought in, we're just having Archangel Michael right now clear it out of your house, okay? Because I feel like what's happening is that one person's picking it up, it gets brought into the house, then it's amplified by the other people in the home. Okay. And so that's what I'm kind of picking up on. So it would really benefit you to get some selenite. This is selenite. Okay. This crystal right here continually clears all negative energy. It never absorbs negative energy. So you could have a piece of this in your home. Again, I would get bigger pieces of it because it will put out a field of energy that will clear the negative energy just a lot wider. And I'm going to type that into the chat, selenite for clearing negative energy. Okay, this crystal will change your life. I'm not kidding. I have so much of it. Yeah, just continually. And it also charges and cleanses all other crystals. So you don't have to put your crystals out under the moon or the sun or anything like that because it may damage them. You just put it right next to the selenite for 5 seconds and it clears all negative energy. Yeah. Yeah, definitely is targeting through. So basically when these energies enter the home, they'll build. I don't know if you have a teenager in the home because I'm kind of picking up on a poltergeistish activity. And that usually has to do with somebody being a teenager. But I do feel like this energy is centered around doing something to your mother, right? And so I feel like once it's inside the house, it starts targeting the easiest people to take off or whatever, to basically that it can affect. Because all this thing wants to do is feed off of energy. So that's why having crystals, prayer, you do have a teenager in the home. That absolutely makes sense. So she could be going through a psychic experience right now that's drawing this energy in. Because what I'm getting is like you do have the gift, but it's not to the point where you're drawing in, where other beings are seeing it to the point where they're being drawn into your home. And so, yeah, um, depending on how old they are, I feel like your daughter is going through a change right now. She's seeing spirits. I'm talking to Danielle right there with that last one. But yeah, but I was talking about your mother, Ash the 26. So it would benefit her to have selenite just in her pocket. You can buy it in jewelry, you can buy it in crystals. Yeah, okay. This is making sense. Absolutely. Wow. Oh my gosh. So yeah, so your child is a star seed, Danielle. Absolutely. That's what I'm picking up on. And the energy that's in the house, because you guys have very similar energies. And I want to say that, Danielle, you're more dealing with like an entity, okay, that is trying to it's basically just trying to attach onto your son because your son has more than just one ability. This entity wants to utilize your son's abilities. And then Asta, I'm picking up on that you have more of an energy. That's why I was saying that the selenite would help because it's more of an energy that's been brought into the house that needs to be just cleansed out. You can also take Florida water cologne and water, mix it together. And again, if I had like a thing of water like this, I would put 4 or 5 drops of Florida water cologne in there, mix it together, and then you can start cleaning, you know, cleaning your doorways, right? So that anybody that enters in that area is all blessed. You can put up a crucifix, you can pray to Jesus, you can pray to God, whatever it is that you believe the oneness of source of all things is. But you want to include that your family is protected, that your gifts and abilities and destinies are protected, and that links into where you live in your home, that your home is protected and that your finances are protected. And then always just try to cling to the Most High God when you feel like you need help, because that's when your intuition is going to come through the strongest, is when you connect with spirit, and God's within. And so that's how you access, is you go within. So definitely, yes, that's why I'm saying, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So it's called Florida Water Cologne, and you can get it, you can type it into Google and order some of that, and then get yourself some selenite. Those two things will make a world of a difference, especially because you guys have empathic families, and that means that your child could go to school, or your parent could go somewhere, or whoever's in the house, it could be even somebody that visits, they could pick up something, and then you'll end up picking up that energy. And so the gift of being an empath is a gift, even though at the beginning when you start learning about it, it feels kind of like a curse, because it feels like it's out of control. But I'm telling you, with the Florida water and cleansing like the floorboards with it, and saying any type of prayer that literally, and just when you do this, hold the intention that whatever is there that should not be, that's not of love and light, that it returns back to wherever it came from. And that's going to be probably the best way, by prayer. I mean, prayer creates boundaries. When you're prayed up and you continually work with prayer, basically what that does is it creates boundaries and hurdles for these spirits to have to jump over, and these energies won't even come in when you've prayed, right? So that's why it's so important to pray over your children, pray over your loved ones, pray over your pets. If any of you were ever to have a pet pass away, that would be a very bad, yeah, believes it's black magic spell and it's done by a relative. See, and this is one of the most worst, stupidest things that somebody could do is curse their own relative. Because you know what that's doing? That's cursing your own bloodline. That means that that person that curses their own relative is literally cursing their own bloodline, so that they're cursing themselves. Like, this is why you can never hurt another person without hurting yourself, because we're all connected. And so, especially with lineages, when I see that happen, it always ends up becoming a nightmare, because it's like everybody gets cursed. And you always have to have compassion. I mean, I'm not telling you always have to, but try to have compassion with anybody that you know is under black magic, because I know what it's like to have been under black magic and to been possessed and to have all this shit going on, right? And you don't feel like you're yourself, and you don't feel like you're in control. And so always be compassionate with the person that's being affected by it, but know that if you stay prayed up and you really believe that God will protect you. I mean, it's coming down to belief, but it's also actively praying before you go to bed, praying when you wake up. Especially if like your mom is waking up in the middle of the night and having a hard time sleeping, she should be praying every time that she wakes up. If I ever wake up and I'm like sitting up in bed and I'm not knowing why I'm awake, I always know that something is going on and God woke me up out of my sleep, basically, so that I could do something about the energy. And so making a connection, you can call upon the archangels. Getting a statue of Archangel Michael and bringing that into the house will definitely keep demons away, or any type of really negative energy. That's one that, or getting an Archangel Michael medal, like little medallion thing, and you can bury that underneath your house or around your house to protect your house, so that negativity. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love Kali. Wow. And she does fast as well. So, okay, good. Yeah, I mean, Kali will definitely provide protection, and she can wipe people out from long distances. So it could mean that you need, so if you are going through the teenage years, then, well, you shouldn't be on this channel, but it's okay. But literally, you could be going through it. So both of you guys could be literally going through a supernatural experience with some type of poltergeist activity. If you're it, because I feel like you guys, your gifts are expanding. And I also feel like your mother, she's very powerful. Her prayer is very powerful. So I really think that she should continue doing what she's doing. But I do see these red, I don't know what they are. They look like red Hindu demons, and that's what's bothering her in her sleep. They come at nighttime. So I don't know if there's a story about them or something like that, but that's what I'm seeing. Um, you know, also calling upon the energy of Shakti would really benefit, because I feel like you guys already naturally have that energy, but it takes a little bit of tuning into it to really, really be able to channel that energy. And then if you have any Shiva lingams, okay, like the black Shiva lingam, really, really protects from these types of beings. And so you may want to have her, meditate with it if she's got any Shiva lingam. I'm sure that you know what it is. I think it's lingam or lingham, but yeah, that'll be another one that will really help you for sure, for sure, for sure. You do? Okay. Yeah. So actively pouring water over the Shiva lingam, or meditating with it. That's how you guys are going to raise. Basically, it's just breaking something off of you. But if your parents are fighting, you may want to put that in the room with them when they're having an argument. I'm literally picking up that that you guys are being bullied by something in the spirit. They both do. Do the both of your parents meditate? Because that would be really, really good. Meditation, yoga, and then doing a house cleanse where you just basically are cleaning everything with the Florida water. Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, continue to do that. It's obviously working to a certain degree, but you know, you have to do it too because you could be picking things up as well. And that I'm like so proud of you that you're this young and you like you're going to be something so great. Seriously. You're going to end up becoming like an energy healer and a Reiki master and all of that stuff. So you're going to be like a nurse that also can do Reiki, which is really, really cool. Really, really cool. Literally. So yeah, doing also checking in. So what I used to do when I worked at the Crystal Ray is I would just be in the store and it's a crystal store and people would come in and then they would not know what stone they would need, right? So I would just look at their chakras and then from looking at their chakras, I would be guided to the stone that they need. Wow, a cardiologist. Awesome. That's great. That's great. Well, you're definitely whatever you want to be, you're going to become that. And you're definitely a go-getter. So I'm really happy for you guys. I'm really happy for you guys. You guys have a lot of positivity coming in. And even though there is a little bit of energy, there are things you can do to get rid of it. Like I said, this selenite stuff, this is a miracle. This is a miracle stone. But also what I was just saying is checking in with when you feel like your energy is off, checking your chakras. Go, by doing either a guided meditation or if you have abilities, just going, is there a chakra that I feel that's out of balance? Because you will be led to that chakra. Then you can ask yourself, okay, what can I do to make this chakra more healthy? And it could be eating foods that are the color of that chakra. Yeah, your grandmother's spirit is very, very protective, but it also had something that was attached to it, but it's not attached anymore. We've gotten rid of that. Yeah. Yeah, we got rid of that thing. And your grandmother's now been crossed over into the light. Pretty much as soon as I make contact with that energy, if anything's not in the light, it goes straight into the light. And whatever else was with, because I don't know if your grandma died in the house or where she died or whatever, but I'm feeling just that she had that kind of death energy around her still, like it was still active. I don't know if she was under a spell when she passed or what, but yeah, so I forget who had the family member that was doing magic on them. Was it you? Well, either way, you want to definitely, if you guys suspect that any family member could be doing magic on your family, just make sure that you pray Psalm 91. I would say I pray Psalm 91 against all enemies of any type and all negative energies. Your father's brother. Yeah. Wow. Well, this person is jealous. My God. That's crazy. That's a lot of, this, this person is sick. Like they're so jealous. It's so crazy. Wow. Wow. They're jealous of your dad and you basically your dad's children. That's crazy. But at least you guys know now that you can pray Psalm 91 to the Most High, and that's just like a general prayer of protection. And you can pray that over your family members. You can pray that over salt, and then add that salt to a bath. Yeah, absolutely. That's why that's why that energy that was around your grandmother's spirit was also dead. Ooh, that's so creepy. That's so creepy. So we're just going to pray and ask right now that anything that he had set into motion or had triggered that would be curse-like or any negativity, we ask that that be resolved. Okay. And then I also ask that Archangel Michael come do a sweep of your guys' property as well. Okay, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. Remember the ways that you can cleanse your energy. You could take a spiritual bath or a spiritual shower, blessing some salt, using that as a salt scrub. If you feel like you ever get something that is like you pick up some type of energy and you can't figure out how to get it off of you, what you can do is you can take salt and baking soda, just like equal portions, mix that together, then take vinegar, get your hands wet with the vinegar, then take the salt and the baking soda and scrub your hands down, just like you're going to do a surgical wash, right? Scrub all the way up your arms, okay? And then you go to the sink and you rinse that off. And what that will do is it will pull anything that you've picked up through touching anything, through touching anyone, or being around. It'll just pull that out of, that's a very quick, fast way to cleanse your energy. Another thing that you can do is carry selenite with you. That will keep your energy clear of negative energy. So you can use selenite, you can use Florida water, you can literally use Florida water as a hand sanitizer just by itself, or you can add it with water and you can spray your aura if you feel like anything is attached to you. But yeah, these are just like tools that you can use with prayer, because I'm never going to tell you that you should ever use witchcraft. Like, witchcraft is unnecessary. Divine people don't use. Oh, well, I'm sure you can order it online though. Yeah, the Florida water for sure. Yeah, you can order it online and they'll send it to you. But yeah, witchcraft is never going to be what the answer is. Like, I know that people don't want to hear that, but especially when it's coming from your own family member, doing witchcraft on somebody else to get back at them is never going to be the correct answer. How you address witchcraft is prayer, and then using what we have in our environment. Like, you can create a sandalwood paste, put it on your third eye, and add some turmeric to it, and that will decalcify your pineal gland. So that's something that you could have access to. And then you can also burn incense to draw positivity to you. You can use sound, you can use bells, you can use singing bowls. Okay, you can say an affirmation: I am beautiful, I am happy, I am loved. And then just hit the bowl right after you say that. Those are different ways that you can cleanse your energy. And then you can also take a salt bath. You can bless the salt, or you can add, even more powerful than salt is herbs. Like, you can add peppermint. So if you have peppermint tea, make a hot bath, add the peppermint into the bath, and then it'll basically make like a tea. Bathe in that. Make sure that you wash your hair and wash your head, and then that will it'll banish energies off of you. So these are some things to think about: spiritual shower, spiritual bath, meditation, yoga, dance, using the Florida water, and cleaning everything down. Yeah. And then replacing a positive intention into your home. Like, and you can walk from room to room and say positive affirmations and use sound to clear that room. I invoke love. I invoke love. Just keep saying that until you feel the energy of the room shift, and then go to the next one. And that way you can be programming each part of your house to hold a different energy. Okay, you guys, I'm rooting for you. I'm praying for you always. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Well, share if you feel compelled to, but make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're notified of every time that I go live. All right. You don't want to miss out on the messages that Spirit has for you. Okay. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Until the next reading, you guys, peace be with you. I hope everything goes well. You guys are so welcome. Have a wonderful day. Go pray over your family members. You guys will be feeling a lot better after you do this. Okay. All right. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.